Hello friends, I am Sukhdeep Singh and welcome back to my Mastering Python Programming series. Today we are going to set up our Python development environment on Windows. This setup is crucial for coding and running your Python project smoothly. If you are just joining me and want to catch up, then check out my previous video on introduction about this whole series. That will give you a solid foundation and make today's setup even easier to follow. Our today's agenda, or you can say we will first walk through downloading Python, then installing it and setting up Visual Studio Code that help you write your code efficiently and smoothly. By the end of this video, you will be ready to start Python programming. And please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below. That will really helps me a lot. Then without any further delay, let us dive into setting up our Python development environment. Then Python setup on Windows. Actually, Windows doesn't come up with any Python pre-installed. So to get started, head over to official Python website or you can simply open a browser and download the latest version. So search for Python download and click the first option which is listed on the top. Click there and it will take you to Python official website. Here you can see there are multiple versions listed for various other platforms, Windows, Linux, Mac, but we are interested in Windows. So click on download Python. Downloading is completed. Open file, and here most important for me is to select this option, add Python to path variable, because now I can access Python without specifying complete Python path. Here are two options, either to install now or other is customize installation. I will prefer to go with install now, but for you I will show what all options are available in customize installation and click next. Here you can see the default path for my Python installation, which is our user's home directory. But if you want Python to accessible by everyone, then click on this option. Now you can see path is changed. Now Python can be accessed by everyone and install. It will ask for your permission. Click yes and installation will continue. Disable path length limit. It will again ask for your permission. Click yes and setup is now successful. With this, our Python installation is now successfully completed, and once installed, open a command prompt and type Python there. It should give you the latest version of Python which we recently installed. Now again type Python and you should see the Python prompt. Here we are just trying to make sure that Python is also running successfully. Try typing print hello everyone. As soon as you enter, it will display the output which is hello everyone. Actually, the print function in Python is one of the most widely used functions in programming. It is a simple yet powerful way to display information on the screen or other output devices. The print function outputs the text to the console or the terminal. Now the next step for us is to install VS Code editor on Windows. Process is same to install VS Code also. Go to your browser and type Visual Studio Code download. Click on the first option. Here you can see multiple platforms are listed again like Python, but we will go for Windows. Download is completed. Click on open file and you can follow the default steps. But if you want, you can select add open with code so that you can directly open the files from your Windows Explorer and then click next and install, and it is now completed. When you click on finish, it opens us our Visual Studio Code editor. But the very first step which we need to do here is to go to extensions and search for Python and click on this extension and install it. This is really helpful if you want to work with Python in Visual Studio Code editor. This extension is installed, but now we have to specify which Python interpreter we want our Visual Studio Code editor to work with. Actually, interpreters, in simple way, you can say a tool which actually runs your Python program. There is more to this in the background, but for the time being, just remember that this is a tool which is required to run your Python program. So this is a tool which you need to specify so that Visual Studio Code editor work with your Python. For this, go to View option, click on Command Plate and select interpreter. It will list all the interpreters which you have installed in your system, but we have only one which we recently installed. Select on this. This should be linked with your Visual Studio Code editor. Now we will create a directory where we will be storing all our Python files. Let us name it something like Python Tuts. Open our Visual Studio Code editor in that folder. Go to the directory, select it, and now Visual Studio Code will be opened in that folder. Trust this author, nothing to do here. And now create a new file where we will be writing our simple Python statement. Let us name it as first.py or hello.py, whatever you want, and write the same statement which we wrote on our command terminal, which was print hello everyone. Now there are multiple ways to run this program, either through your command prompt, either through VS Code. First we will try it through terminal. Go to your terminal or command prompt, click on view and then terminal. To run this script, execute the file by typing Python followed by the name of this file, which is first.py, and enter. You will see the output, hello everyone. And there you have it. You have just written and run your first Python program in Visual Studio Code, kicking off your coding journey with a simple greeting to the Python world or everyone. Now our setup is ready. If you are using Mac operating system, then steps are almost same as we did it for Windows. Follow the installation wizard step. If you face any problem, then please just let me know by writing in comment section. I will be happy to help you there. And if you are using Linux operating system, then most Linux distributions are already coming up with Python pre-installed. Yeah, but before this, there is one thing. In case you are using very old Linux operating system, it might be that you don't have Python 3 pre-installed, because at that time they were using Python 2. I will definitely suggest you to go for Python 3. And that wraps up our guide or our tutorial or our discussion on setting a Python development environment. I hope you find this tutorial helpful and you are now ready to dive into exciting world of Python programming. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and also please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any updates. Your support means a lot to me and helps me bring more such useful content in the future. In our next video, then we will dive into Python variables, exploring what they are, how they work, and why they are so important in programming. So make sure to tune in for that by subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell. And please don't hesitate to leave a comment below if you have any questions or share your experiences with setting up your Python development environment. And thanks for watching, and see you in my next video.